is my real test. To train them is my cause. I will travel across the land, searching far and wide. Each Pokemon to understand the power that's inside. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. It's you and me. I know it's my destiny. Pokemon, oh, you're my best friend in a world we must defend. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. Our hearts so true, our courage will pull us through. You teach me and I'll teach you. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all. Yeah.
Quite enough of that flapdoodle. Anyway, welcome to my channel.
Hey, Uncle Kenny! Football! Hey, yeah!
If you're new here, my name is Cedric. I am an actor, screenwriter, director, and YouTube reactor. We are continuing with the BANGTAN universe, and it is very, very exciting. If you're wondering why I'm wearing a blue shirt on blue shorts, because I want to, and I don't owe anything to anyone except for people that I owe money to, and also a lot of gratitude to a lot of people, including all of you. I just like this shirt, okay? And I didn't want to change shorts. Okay? Fine. Deal with it. Anyway, I want to say, of course, thank you to my patrons on Patreon. Thank you so much for your support. I am on vacation right now as this is premiering, so I'm actually shooting this immediately after last week's video. So my brain is going to be broken after this, but whatever. It's going to be fine. Everything's going to be great. Everything's going to be fine, and I have no worries. Tanner, you good? Tanner's Pikachu's name. Anyway, yeah, I'm very excited about this. So thank you so much to my patrons on Patreon. Thank you to Anitra at Say What Reacts for your help. And I have a feeling, because I'm doing, again, 2 videos this week. It's the, I think, the Wings trailer, right? Is that right? Yes, the Wings tour trailer. And then I'm also doing the Japanese version of Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Last week was my second reaction to Blood, Sweat, and Tears, the first video. But the first one as far as the BANGTAN universe. And so that really kind of blew my mind. And I say this like I recorded it like 10 minutes ago. So I'm still kind of reeling. So let's just see where this one takes us. It's very exciting. And first we'll do the Wings tour, and then we'll jump in on the universe itself. So without any further ado, let's see how this goes. Fix your posture. Big hit. Entertainment. Delightful sound. Is that Jungkook? I assume, because it's a swing. Yeah. Okay. Butterflies are back, right? So there's 2 kinds of wings happening here. Cracks. Drawing the paint, yeah. Okay. So, mainly what I took out of that, and I don't anticipate you're supposed to take a lot out of that, but the thing that I really noticed was I had forgotten about the butterflies, So it seems like there's two kinds of wings that they talk about here. One look more like the ravens that are referenced with Jungkook. And obviously with V now that the wings are coming out of his back. But then there's also the butterfly wings, which I think we've mainly associated with Jin so far. So of course butterflies have this nirvana process of sort of rebirth. Like they're caterpillar, they go into a cocoon, they reform, and then they come out in a different way. Which obviously there's tons of metaphors for that works for. Then there's the other type of wings, the dark wings, the temptation wings, which we're now associating quite heavily with V. Which, does that connect then V and Jungkook? Because we've seen Jungkook falling several times. We saw all the arrows, and I think those were around Jungkook. So I'm just fascinated. Because there are the arrows. Was on this tour? Because we've seen the arrows in that music video. So Jungkook goes to eat the paint, which is obviously an explicit reference to the wax in Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Lots of silhouette stuff happening here. I don't know. I'm super fascinated, but I want to dive into the Japanese version video to get some answers. Because this is meant to ask questions. This isn't meant to answer them. Cool. Let's do that then. Before I fully jump into that, though, I do want to, of course, let you know that I've been informed quite reliably that this does get blocked a lot, and so I'm probably going to have to be pausing a lot. There may be things that I have to cut out if I don't say things. There may be things that I don't notice that I accidentally cut out. I'm going to have to do what I have to do to get around copyright, and I appreciate your understanding and forgiveness with this. Of course, the people that own these are more than welcome to copyright strike, and I totally understand, and I'm never going to be upset about it. It is their content, and I'm grateful that anyone's letting me even explore it. So I'm not upset about things that get blocked or having to work around it. That's part of the gig. And yeah. It's reminiscent of Begin. Paint looks like the wings around him. Okay. Obviously, there are a lot of references happening here. We open with Jungkook in a room, laying on a bed. Seems like it's a pretty, it feels like a reference to Begin, but all the colors around him feel like a reference to J-Hope and Mama because of the colors that were used there. Also, the imprint of the wings, which we saw in Mama, that was on the bed where he was laying down. So does that mean that that's something that's growing within him? I don't know. I'm really, really intrigued by Jungkook's place in all of this and how that functions. I think it was Jimin sitting in a room that was blue toned. Of course, we associate blue with water. We've associated Jimin with water, and what looked like maybe an aquarium behind him. An aquarium. I know how to speak. Maybe not. But even then, the idea of all these trees and life existing. Look at the production design of this, though, y'all. First of all, this pattern on the wall looks almost exactly the same as it did in the Korean Blood, Sweat, and Tears version. But look at the production design. His hair matches the color of the lamp and the trim on the couch, and the couch matches every other color in the room. That's just really good. It's just great. We're walking through with B here, and we're seeing all different kind of colors play out, sort of like he's tripping a little bit. Again, feels like a reference maybe to Mama. I don't know. I'm not sure. Obviously an explicit reference to the other Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Turns red. Yeah, okay. Jimin. Running from Sugar. Sweeter than sweet, chocolate cheeks and chocolate wings. See, giving it. Okay. So they seem like a lot of these oversaturated points, which they're actually overexposing on the shots and then coloring that, which is, I've never seen anyone do that. That's a fascinating design choice. I think it's working really, really well. But when we're seeing them by themselves, especially those that I've kind of singled out as being tempters, which maybe RM is falling into that, is this fatherly figure with Jungkook. That's, well, I'm not going to say that part out loud yet because I think it's wrong. but maybe. Know that I have a little thought somewhere deep inside this very small brain of mine. So the colors are really interesting because we see RM in this very lime green space, which we're associating green fully with him now. He has the chalice that he drank out of in Blood, Sweat, and Tears, but now he's giving it to Jungkook. He's not drinking out of it in this one. He's making Jungkook drink it. Maybe Jungkook's drinking it willingly. But before, Jungkook would like taste it on his finger. Now it's as if he's graduated to actually being able to drink it. We're seeing Jimin again with the apple. Now he doesn't seem to be as hesitant to bite it. But what's really interesting here is he's got the apple and he's surrounded by junk food. You got Hot Pockets, Coca-Cola, Campbell's soup, an open bag of chips, like all this stuff that's kind of junk food surrounding him, but he's eating an apple. I don't know what it means, but I feel like that's intentional. I love his shirt too. Yeah, okay, I know what that is, yes. Oh, the truck. Okay, so what he ate isn't good. Or what he drank. Now he's... Okay. Is that Jungkook and Suga? Right? Yeah. So we've seen them connected, we've seen them fighting before, but it was never, Jungkook was never fighting back. Now he's hitting. I'm kind of like tripping out a little bit. So Jimin's still on the run. He's got the apple. See, overexposed. Ah, what is going on in this video? Guys! So they're in the kitchen, right? I went back too far, my bad. So Jimin... Sword. So they're holding back V, and then someone, I can't tell who, has a dart. Dutch angle. RM's watching. The sheet gets pulled over. The arrow. Kills. Was that Jin and V? I think that's Jin and V fighting. So was Jin the one? No, it was a different shirt, whoever threw the dart. But Jin's older, so is this some... Are they drawing a parallel between the father-son that we've already seen V be a part of? So stressed. Yeah, V's got that look in his eyes. Shattering, associated with RM from Reflection. V scraping, again, short films. Lone Wolf, interesting. Oh my! So now we're having the two dancers, right? The two that we see dance most often, at least in my experience. I could be totally wrong. But Jimin's dancing in a room of red now. And J-Hope's dancing in blue. And of course, red and blue are often used, as in Pokemon, as in Star Wars, good and evil. So is Jimin, again, acting as a tempter, and J-Hope acting as a source of, I don't want to say purity, but light. Right? Light versus dark. Beautiful dancing. Oh, what a shot, guys! Ugh. That's cool. Okay, the smoke, which we've seen from the Korean version. Yo, that looks like the room from Awake. I quit. I'm done. I'm out. Was no one going to tell me that there were two Jimins this whole time? That means I have twice as much a chance of hanging out with him. So Jimin walks in the room, sees Jimin, Jimin sees Jimin, and then Suga covers Jimin's eyes. I don't know what that means. I don't. I don't. But I know it's intense. I know a lot's going on. The cracks that we've seen, okay. He's got cuts from the glass. Dutch angles left and right. Color changes. Ah! Is that a wormhole going into the museum? The butterfly effect! Time travel, right? Okay, there are multiple timelines, which is just what my brain needed. It's just, this is just... Okay, I had to swap out camera battery, so I'm hoping that this shot is like vaguely where it was. I had to adjust it a little bit. It was a little bit off. I don't know. It's close enough. We're almost done with this. Let's go. Let's just jump back in. Hey, red and blue. We've seen these colors, or red and green. We've seen these colors before. They contrast, but also Christmas. Seeing wings. Standing in front of the battle. And then Jin cracks. Sure, why not? Still doing that head tilt. And then it turns into petals. The white lily. Aryan looks in. Lida. That's a reference to sugar.
Oh?
Sugar.
준영.
오랜만이다.
I'm sorry. What?
어? 준영.
오랜만이다.
Guys, what?
He's an angry elf.
Why do I even do this? Why do I could be hiking right now, but instead my brain is broken. It's not, my brain doesn't work anymore, guys. And you know what the worst part of all this is you all betrayed me because you knew this was going to happen. You knew what you were getting me into. You said, look at him. He likes watching these music videos. What if we shattered every aspect of his being? Oh, he thinks he's so smart. Let's ruin him. Guys, this is great. I love this. This video is terrific. Yo, like I'm not joking. It was like if the original version was on like acid, right? There were so many references to it, but obviously alternate timelines are now existing. So is there an alternate timeline where it's just Jin and then there's one where they're all actually there? Was the truck scene after Jin walked out of the room? Was everything that I've seen before the short films after Jin walked out of the room, everything before that was the child version of him? Is everyone else dead? Is Jin dead? Is everyone dead? No one's left alive. Burn it all. I don't know. Find out on the next installment of Cedric Cries Inside. In all seriousness, this was great, and I feel like I got some answers, but I'm really intrigued to see where that goes. Alright. I will talk to you all soon. Please take care of yourselves, and be safe, and I appreciate you. Porahe.